Linux Experiences on Deck Edition. We're going to have a look at Star Trek, the video game. Star Trek, the video game, was developed by Digital Extremes and published by Bandai Namco Games, got released on Steam in 2013, but it got delisted on Steam in 2016. And that's probably due to expired licenses with Paramount Pictures. It's a third-person action shooter game, and it works pretty well on the Steam Deck, and we are going to have a look at that. It is one of those games that didn't work initially because it's using CEG protection, but as that got updated in the Steam for Linux client, it is now working. And as it's also delisted on Steam, this is the only picture we get still on the Steam store. So if you bought the game, you will keep it, of course, even though it's delisted on Steam. And you can still find some Steam keys out there and activate it, and it still works. So this game hasn't been tested by Valve yet, and probably it never will. So it has this question mark. Compatibility is unknown. And as you can see, there are no background images. This is all removed. But nevertheless, if you select Proton 7, the game does work. It does support 800p. Which you might have to select in the settings. I did that already. It is very close to the franchise game. It's not that bad. For that, it's already almost 10 years old, like 9 years at the moment. It makes a lot of fun if you play it cooperatively. I completed this game with a mate on Steam, also a Linux player, and we were able to complete the game within like 12 hours. It's a very action-packed game, so it's thrilling all the time. It has a unique story. It's not that bad as you might have it in your memories. And if you are lucky to still have a copy, I can totally recommend to play this. And if Valve would test this game, it would probably get a playable mark, because there's the mouse cursor showing now, and it's not updated to show the Steam Deck buttons, but that doesn't matter. It is supported with a controller, so it is showing the corresponding buttons. When you have a look here at the options and the graphics, so we use the shoulder buttons. You can see it is set to 800p. We have medium settings. This was pre-selected, and I played it with this here on the deck a little bit. It's reaching the 60 FPS, and we're going to have a look at that in a bit. As I played this game already on my desktop, it synchronized the save game via Steam Cloud, and I can select here now any chapter. And I'm going to select a chapter that will show us a little bit the on-foot controls. We are choosing here if you want to play with Spock or with Kirk. We go with Kirk here at the moment. They have their own capabilities, and there are some parts in the game where your co-op partner is seeing something different than you are. So it might be worth playing it even twice and changing character. So we are going here to Helios 1, which is pretty much at the beginning, so you don't get spoiled too much. You can choose if you want to play a public, a private, or an offline game. We played it private, and I was inviting my mate. But for here, I'm going with the offline mode. Spock will be played by the AI character. I'm going to skip the cutscene here real quick. The controls are pretty straightforward. With the right stick you look around, with the left stick you walk. When you click it, the character would run if there isn't just a QuickTime event. You can crouch by clicking on the left stick. With your left trigger you are aiming. We're currently not in a mode where we can do that, so let's wait here until we finish this action scene real quick. And let's enable the performance. You see that this is more or less working with 60 FPS all the time. If you want to save on battery, you can reduce this to 30 and it's still playable. And as said, it's an action game. There's always something going on.
We need to get everyone out of here right away.
It will always show you what you can do, so it's showing you the controller buttons. You have a tricorder, which you can use for scanning stuff. And it will show you some hints here and there. With X you go into the vent.
Captain, we're picking up some strange readings. There appears to be some sort of anomaly.
Kind of have our hands full. Anything we need to worry about right now?
Tap B to drop
The
down.
readings are off the charts, sir, but I don't think so.
Here's now a
Just keep an
co-op
eye.
event where I have to click X and repeat pressing. Here we have to use our
Get 'em
tricorder.
out of there.
I believe the door can be hacked from this side.
So we click this, aim with the left stick, press X to open this, and we are so far done. He is happy to be rescued, and here we have
I am in your
a
debt.
device that we can hack.
Warnings are unnecessary.
Here you need both
Proceed to the
analog
shuttle
sticks
bay
to
for immediate
align those
evacuation.
frequencies.
Captain, I must mention that many of these crew members appear to be Vulcan.
Your point.
With fewer than 10,000 Vulcans remaining, I question the logic of placing them on any type of experimental power station.
I question putting anybody on this thing, Mr. Spock, Vulcan or not.
Gives you some extra points. Yeah, the game works pretty well, as you can see. I had a lot of fun playing this cooperatively. There is action going on all the time. It has different kinds of action scenes. You are flying with a jetpack, you're steering the Enterprise, you are diving at some point, so it's not boring at all. The graphics didn't age too badly, and the controls can sometimes be a little bit wonky. There are some try and error passages, but all in all, it is a nice game, and it works very well on the Steam Deck. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to close here now, so I don't spoil you too much with this. If you want to see more of this game, there is a playlist linked in the description of this video. Then you can see my mate and me finishing this game on the desktop though. But yeah, this has it been for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time. See you on the next one. Have a good one and bye bye.